So after I made the video telling you guys about the evidence about Austin John Metter abusing me, about the Conroe facility refusing to give me medical care, I was asked, this man, he went to speak to Kevin Dupree, the man who brought me here, and he come back inside. After I made the video was a 45-minute video, and the male asked me, the one who you hear in the background right now, I'm not trying to bring him into it, this is my business. He asked me to leave his home. Well, he didn't have to ask, because he came in and was like, hey, yeah, about this situation. I said, yeah, I know you want me to leave, right? Because everywhere I go and I talk about the evidence to my case, they want me to leave. So they're home. So I'm making this video not to upset this man, but yesterday I said, no worry, I'll leave your home. He said, yeah, I want you to go by tomorrow. So today is tomorrow. I was recording the video yesterday. So today is the day that he asked me to leave. So last night I left the property so that I could try to load that video, because I can't load my videos here. It's not loading fast enough. And I wasn't able to load all the video, and I came back here and I asked him, I said, what time would you like for me to leave your home? That way I would know what time that I had to be going, so I would have myself together so that I'm not on the streets looking crazy. And I do not have any money. I do not have any food. I do not have any bus fare. And the man, Kevin Dupree, was calling while I was recording that 45-minute video with this evidence. So the reason why I'm making this video right now, he asked me to leave by noon, by 12 noon, and then he said he wanted me to leave by 10 a.m. So right now it's about 9:45 a.m. I've been up since 6 a.m. Getting ready. I've been praying all night long, asking the Lord to break spiritual curses. And right now I have my purse. This is, it has cosmetics and stuff in it, and I have a black suitcase. I'm on Central Drive in Stone Mountain, Georgia. I'm going to be outside with no help from family or anyone, and anybody who picks me up is going to probably try to distract me and stop me from putting out the evidence about my case. I probably will be relocated, because people pick me up and bring me to other areas, and I'm going to have to continue to tell where my whereabouts are, because that's how dangerous it is when people are trying to silence you about your pregnancy and your children. So I'm eating some noodles before I go, otherwise I would starve, which would starve us. And I hadn't made any videos this morning, but I'm making this video so that you could see how I'm leaving this male's house and why I'm leaving this male's house. I haven't done anything. I'm simply being asked to leave because I'm putting out evidence about my pregnancy and my son and what happened, that this white male was abusing me and that I shot him. So I'm being put out for that. And as soon as I get done with these noodles, I'm walking out the door. Also, I have some scriptures here. Because I'm not lying about what these white people did to me, and they threatened to rape and molest my son. They lied about the evidence about my case, and they lied about my pregnancy. So right here it says there's something about, first of all, you know, these pagan holidays that we celebrate in America are not the holidays that God told us to celebrate. And it says, so again, it says, for thus saith the Lord, as I thought to punish you when your forefathers provoked me to wrath, saith the Lord of hosts, and I repented not. So again have I thought in these days to do well unto Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Fear ye not. Fear ye not. So with our brothers and sisters turning on us and doing the things that they are doing right now in the midst of all of this, you know, the United States government thinks that they can just erase everything off of my channel. I had another channel with thousands of videos of people doing the same shit and worse, and they erased the entire channel while I was in a setup. And The Lord of hosts is with me, and it's very hard when you're an African American woman being left outside, being wronged. It's very scary when you see your brothers and sisters selling you out for the devil and for white witches. It's very scary. And God says, fear ye not. I also and remember, when I was in the Montgomery County Jail and they were trying to murder me, God said something about us being his bloodline and something about them trying to kill his bloodline. And here they are trying to take up for white people and trying to let me and my son be harmed. And we're the bloodline of the Most High. So my brothers and sisters are his bloodline as well. But God was telling me that you have to denounce him and you have to denounce his bloodline. I wasn't talking about any of this in front of anybody. But because I'm being put in danger when I leave here, they're swarming around, they're on foot, they're following me. People think they're going to harm me and distract me when I leave here. This was my safe place for me to be able to work on my evidence without the people bothering me on the outside, and they're swarming all around, thinking that if he puts her out, then she'll be more vulnerable to us, to silence me. On my other channel, I made a channel about, I had visions, and there was one particular vision. A man named Bruce White was bringing me to a motel, and this was recent, so my channel was recently removed, and I had to start 3 new channels because of this. This is very serious. I'm not going to allow black people to throw me under the bus. I won the case against the United States government. I have a lawsuit. They are going to lose the battle to Jesus Christ. They can threaten to murder me and my son as much as they want. But we're going to win this battle. I had a vision of Bruce White. And Bruce White, when I was with Bruce White, I had a vision of a suitcase and a little baby almost dead inside of this suitcase. They're letting me drag this suitcase around, not getting the medical care, and this baby probably is close to death. I'm not feeling comfortable coming in people's home and telling them, oh, I'm a child, because they don't want to believe you. It's been a lot of psychological abuse and trauma. Someone said it was none of their business. So no one should be mistreating me or trying to silence me. I'm almost finished with these noodles, trust me, because I'm like... But I knew I needed to do this, because if I get ran from someone's home because I'm working on evidence, people don't know what's going on. I need people to see. And the state that I'm being put in to try to have me, remember they said they were going to try to arrest me for mental hygiene. You're leaving me outside. I obviously don't look that way when I'm in the house. You get what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, sometimes in the house I might not dress up, but come on now. So, back to the baby. I saw an incubator. After I saw the baby in the suitcase, I saw this little brown baby. Well, there were people chasing me around trying to kill me. And then I ended up seeing this little brown. There were people who were trying to hide me. There were black people who realized what was going on, and they were like, Andrea, we'll hide you. But I did not want to go to those places because I knew that people would find me in those particular places. And I ended up running into a hospital, and I ran to this little incubator that was going around and around. It was like a little cylinder incubator, and there was a little brown baby inside, and it was my baby, and my mother's spirit was there, and it was something about her bloodline and the white devils in America trying to destroy the bloodline of my mother. And God said something about it being his bloodline and that he would die about it. But there is something about my brothers and sisters significantly who do have his bloodline as well. They are denouncing him. They are denouncing Jesus Christ, and they are denouncing Jehovah. They are bowing down to worship Satan, who is white. So they are not inheriting the blessing that I'm inheriting. They're not inheriting the blessing that my children are inheriting. It's not the same that they are the bloodline if you denounce the Lord. I'm his bloodline, and I'm keeping his word. So they have the other blacks who are of his bloodline after me because they have denounced Jesus Christ. So I saw this little baby in the incubator. There were police officers, white devils in police uniforms, running after me, trying to kill me for being pregnant. And I ran to this incubator, and they left me alone once the baby was in the incubator. So I'm not trying to disrespect anybody or hurt anyone's feelings. It's just simply for my safety. And this is so I won't starve. And I had to be very strategic to make sure that I was able to do this. Because I'm at the mercy of whoever's home that I'm in. I'm going to let y'all see me live. And I just wanted you to know why I was being forced to leave another property. Because America doesn't want the evidence to come out about my case. All right, and so I'm leaving. It is 9:53, the exact time that he asked me to leave. I just have a piece of paper here with a little information before I walk out of this door for my safety. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I'm trying to continue to write the list. There's hundreds and thousands of people that they have had do this to me. Psalm chapter 27, verse 3, though an host should encamp against me, I shall not fear. And since I was released from the Montgomery County Jail August 22nd, 2019, I'm going to give you just a few lists of some of the people who have been involved. I'm not going to be able to sit somewhere and actually get to how all the people that were involved up until this point, but I was able to work on some of it last night, and I'm being forced to leave, so I'm going to put out as much information as I can about the first people that they had doing this to me. Blackjack Sterling, Shakina, my sister, a man named Kiwi, Reverend Stewart, Cat, Cookie, Pug, Reverend Stewart, Reverend Stewart's daughter, Shakina, a black man, tried to rape me around her home. That was the first, the second attempt for them to try to rape me. My granny and my cousin Irma were on the phone with Shakina. Everybody knows what's going on. Online, I met a man named Dope, Hispanic, several black men. My ultrasound, Vanessa, Larissa, Andrew, Walmart has been involved. Expectation Studios, there's been cigarettes and drugs involved. They've been making me walk miles and miles. There was a storm and a flood when I was at Shakina's home. Then Shakina, my sister, forced me to leave her home. All these people forced me to leave their home. So from Blackjack up until Shakina, everybody knew. Like, I told him everything that I told y'all on that 45-minute video explaining everything. I told this man twice when he wanted to know all of my business about why I was homeless. I told him everything. He pretended like he was on my side and then tried to kick me out once I started making a video telling y'all. So anyway, Jakiba, I was forced to go with a man named Jakiba who had charges for drugs, and I needed food. A man named Travis Gums was there. Jakiba, Travis Gums, Jakimba, Judy were shooting outside in the back of this property, and Travis was pulling out guns on me before my custody hearing, when they gave my son illegally away to pedophile Grand Witch Cynthia Olvera. Jakimba's mother, Travis Gum's mother, they were saying their mothers were involved. White women were coming. They had drug charges, gun charges, assault charges, guns, new cars. There was a trailer involved. I went to the clinic out there. I went to the courthouse for my son's custody hearings where it was completely rigged. There was problems with the food. There was sickness. I went to hospitals, denied medical care. The Dollar General, there was something going on as far as food products, and that being the only location for me to get food in that area in Chambers County, and there was something going on with that because they had been doing things to my food from the jail. Psalm chapter 31 verse 4, pull me out of the net that they have laid privily for me, for thou art my strength. And the reason why I said it with power is because I'm about to walk out of this door with thousands of people thinking they're going to do the same thing to me. So I went to the custody hearing, and they sabotaged my job by saying that there was car problems. There were phone calls about the shooting, that they were making phone calls around me, very suspicious phone calls around me, and they were shooting outside of people's homes. This is something they've been doing. They've been like shooting and trying to intimidate me around people's homes, and they did. They were shooting hundreds of rounds of guns in Chambers County around Jakiba and Jakemba. And see, they need to keep trying to move me from place to place, trying to have people pull this shit off on me. So lies in family court. I was charged for protecting myself and my son, and they tried to make it a family court case, and I won that too. And they told several lies in Judge Tracy Gilbert's courtroom. So you have people like Judge Tracy Gilbert, you have people in Hollywood, you have Donald Trump, you have the Black Freemasons, you have people like Beyonce Knowles, Cardi B, Offset. You have these type of people, big name people, Natalie Portman, Ben Affleck. You have all of these great names who have millions of dollars, who are open Satanists, who are sitting back thinking that they're going to have the children from the Lion of Judah who have denounced Jesus Christ and Jehovah and decided to worship the satanic image of the white devil to sell me out. So this is very dangerous, and this is why I'm turning up just a little bit, because my reflexes is very fast, and when the devil think he's going to pull something on me, I'm going to knock him out. You see what I'm saying? In the name of Jesus. Death threats. We have been receiving death threats since I was arrested in the jail. They were making death threats towards my fetus and my child, Melbourne, Halo Metter, and myself. And they made death threats to my family. They made death threats to the entire black congregation. These whites made death threats to all African American people. They said that they would kill all African American women and people in this country because I shot a white male in self-defense while they were doing satanic rituals on us. Fraudulence. Everything is fraudulent. Everything about everybody who is involved is fraudulent. The case was fraudulent. The courtroom was fraudulent. All the lawyers were fraudulent. The judges were fraudulent. The police officers are fraudulent. They're all fraudulent. They're fraudulent. So I have my bag here, my purse, and I'm a lady, but I'm not gonna let someone put me in harm's way and then pretend like they didn't have anything to do with putting Andrea Jones in danger again on the streets. So I do have the information about my hold on, here's my suitcase by the door, already packed up and ready. Let me just look around and make sure I'm not leaving anything inside of this male's home. I need to go immediately. And I do not need to have any contact with the male who brought me here, because he was consorting with him while I was making the video, and I guess he told him to just go ahead and tell me to leave because they don't want the evidence coming out. So I want to show how I'm leaving Mr. Leroy's home. I'm pregnant with my baby and dragging a suitcase with my cosmetic bag from his door. Please do not speak with me. Get behind me, Satan. So I have his license plate number, and I have the license plate number of Dupree. And the reason why I have the license number, because people are trying to set me up to be killed, and they think that they're going to be in D.C. to murder people, and their car was used in a crime to murder a pregnant black woman in the United States government. So leaving this property, I want to show me this property. They're following me all out of his apartment complex when I would leave out to do videos. And so part of some sort of surveillance. God said that the devil's children had charged. Meaning, let me slow down because it's making my baby. Who, Jesus? Meaning that, and the man Kevin Dupree is not there. So the time frame that he said he wanted me to leave, he's not even like make sure I got bus fare, just a little money to go. When I got here, he laced me up $200, but they were spying on me. They had, hey, I'm gonna pull over in a second and y'all a little list of some of the things that they had doing to me inside of this home. But I had some money, and of course y'all saw how I was looking, and of course they plot on the way that African American looks when they them, and they're Bluebird. That means I got you guys. I believe in that. I am guys, so you have to forgive me, but I love pretty birds. I blow the kisses at them because I am the nature, nature, and I just believe. So anyway, they try to have African Americans looking bad when they kill them. So they'll have all of unity, leaving a person outside, them. A lot of times people have a little bit of a drug addiction. I smoke weed. I'm just gonna be honest. God said the truth is set you. And God already said that he's not mad at me about the weed or whatever. So I will tell you the truth. They'll try to stay on that. Like, I didn't even want to smoke any weed. Like, last night he was trying to smoke all in my face. And I didn't want any weed. And I didn't ask him for any. And he just kept firing up like cigarette after cigarette after cigarette, blunt after blunt after blunt. And because they want to make it seem like I'm for weed or something, but while I'm putting out evidence about being pregnant, while I cover it up and hurt the baby. So he was trying to me inside. I told you about that. Leroy asked me for sex. He asked me for sex. I'm gonna get into another video. Let me turn this off and start loading the video, and then I'll go in another video about that Leroy inside the home, because that's another reason why they wanted to hurry up and try to follow me around and stalk me and tell me to get out, because I was exposing the he was doing inside of the home. So let me load this video just to show y'all that I'm being out of another home. They're setting me up all over America, letting me be pregnant, drag bag around, and I do smoke weed and I cigarettes, and I am pregnant. I don't have any weed. I don't have any cigarettes. The men are the one who have the weed and the cigarettes and all of that stuff. I don't have anything, and I'm not buying it. So at the end of the day, I'm just letting you know some of the they will try to make it seem like I'm not pregnant, but I'm dragging this bag around and I am pregnant, and they're all leaving me outside. All the organizations, all of my family members who are aware of the evidence to my case, and it's so that they could try to kill us. I don't want to talk anymore, because that's how they try to make you out crazy when you say that people are trying to kill you and that your family is involved with these gangs who are blood sacrifice you. I was into a African American woman, and she, well, I don't know if she was American, but she was praying, and she said, I pray for blood rituals and all blood sacrifices in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jehovah.